I'm about to kick a LuZo Productions jam right here. LuZo loves Pokemon. LuZo loves chasing pain. 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 Hey, we got LuZo doing this, Jason Page interview. Everybody outside gonna get it too. Come on, if you're feeling all feeling this game, I'ma rock this game all across. LuZo loves chasing now. LuZo loves chasing pain. LuZo loves Pokemon. LuZo. If you're feeling good out there, everybody come on, mama, get an autograph there. Everybody's walking around Stan Lee. Where's Stan Lee? Anybody see Stan Lee? LuZo loves Pokemon. LuZo loves chasing pain. LuZo loves Pokemon. LuZo.
And we're live.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Good evening.
I'm tired.
Yeah, seriously,
It's
right?
been a day.
And Ravi's
a long day.
Ravi's got a very long day ahead of him still. But
welcome.
Yes, welcome to a very special episode of the LuZoCast. This is LuZoCast number 23.
And we're live.
We're live on
We're live for the first
We're
time
back.
in like
in ages.
14 weeks or something?
Ages and ages.
It's been a while for
Maybe more.
LuZoCast.
Since I think the last one was Game of Thrones
Season finale?
Season finale.
No, we did a recap live and we did a couple more live after
Did we?
that. We did. We
Okay.
didn't stop.
Well, our
doing
most
live for a
important
while.
was probably number 2, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Guys, let's be honest. It was Hold the Door.
Who door? Anyways, as usual, this is Krishna, and I'm joined by Arjuna, Sarah, and Ravi. And the reason that this is a very special LuZoCast is because tonight we are bringing you exclusively coverage of. Someone's gonna have to help me here. Stan Lee's LA
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. So it's not Comikaze. It's Comic-Con 2016.
Formerly
Not anymore.
Kamikaze.
Formerly Comikaze. Okay, cool.
And
Sounded
today was day 2.
Day two.
Day 2.
Which was kind of the main day, would you say?
I would say yes.
It was
Day-
definitely the main
Day
day.
1 was only 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's
Yeah,
kind of
it
weird.
was considered more a seller's preview type
Yeah,
night.
there were
Kind of walk
There
no
were
around.
panels.
walk around. There were no panels. There were no autographs.
Right,
People were still dressed up. They were still cosplaying.
right.
It was more just like a preview. This is what you can expect. This is where things are going to be type thing.
Sure, so let's just jump right into it. Ravi, what were your initial impressions? Let's just go around real quick, brief initial impressions of this formerly known as Comikaze.
Parking was terrible.
Oh my god.
But this last year's 2015's Comikaze was a lot worse. It was probably by far, I think 2015 was, because to me was like the worst one. This was the height before this one in terms of how busy it was and organized was probably Comikaze 2014. This one I would say is by far the biggest, largest, most action packed that they've ever done, except for the parking, and that's just a convention issue in general. This was very well organized, I feel, and very well put together.
Awesome. Sarah?
I agree. They actually had some great panels on the main stage, and it was much better organized than the last few, I think. I won't say which ones they were because we're going to go into that later. But
Absolutely.
But yeah, there was a lot of good stuff, and actually some really cool booths and things that are going to be going on that went on today and will be going on tomorrow as well, and more things that we'll be able to cover tomorrow. So it was good. Been pleased so far.
Cool. Arjuna?
Well, it's actually interesting. So, what was formerly known as Comikaze was my first Comic-Con, my first convention ever, and I went with Ravi and Sarah last year, and it was a disappointment.
Huge
It
disappointment.
was a huge disappointment.
It was
I mean,
not good.
It was interesting for me for that to be my first one because it was kind of small and it wasn't very well done. So then when we went to WonderCon, all four of us, a few months back, it was better, and then this one was just even better. I feel than even WonderCon was back in.
I would say that I'll say
March
this:
/ April,
you
whatever
haven't
it was.
experienced the real WonderCon yet.
Sure.
And the only reason I say he hasn't experienced the real WonderCon is because this was the first year they did WonderCon at the LA Convention Center, as opposed to the Anaheim Convention, which
Right.
is much
Correct.
bigger. And next year it's going to be back at Anaheim, and you're in for a treat.
Yeah,
You're in for a real
and
treat.
So I guess Comikaze probably always, or Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic Con will have a special place in my heart because
It was your first.
it was my first, and it was cool to go back again.
It's so
Oh, his
special.
first time.
And
Oh.
yeah, it's
It took
the
your convention.
the
it
Saturday
took your virginity.
was-
Nope, I tried.
this is a children's
Convention-
show.
I don't think kids watch us.
Which is good. Actually, just to unless you have something else.
Yeah, I just want to say, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but it was definitely a lot of fun today.
It's not done yet. You know that, right?
That's why I
We
said
still got
today.
tomorrow.
That's true. Just a real quick finish off initial thoughts to piggyback off of that. My first convention was WonderCon. 2016 was that March?
March.
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 was
It was
March.
It was March. So
One of those months.
kind of a long time ago now, and I will say this was like 100 times better. I think a couple
Wow.
reasons.
Really?
We were more organized. I was bored. Frankly, I'm just say WonderCon was boring to me, but that's because first time I was there, I didn't know what to do, what to look at, what to ask, who to engage. This time, much more prepared, and going into a convention knowing what you're doing is going to be a much better experience.
I think that's key for sure.
Yeah.
You have to, and we did it Friday. We spent a good portion of our time just going over what the panels were
Prepping,
and
yeah.
prepping and where we were going. And I think we were able to get a lot of cool stuff that you're going to be seeing throughout this LuZoCast and throughout the coming days and weeks on our YouTube page and Facebook page. So be sure to check those out.
Yes, actually. Go ahead.
we also met, I think, because we were much more organized. Press badges also helped. We met
Yes.
a lot of very interesting and very different people.
Yes.
And like you said, the organization, I think, was key. Props to myself and to Arjuna for sitting down and going through it.
Sarah was there
for
too.
the- yeah, the
Oh,
footage.
and
Sarah
Sarah.
were both here too.
Well, Christian.
No, I mean I sat there literally and was on Instagram. So yeah, I gave my thumb of approval. For
Christian's
most of it.
golden thumb of approval.
Yes,
That should be
Yes.
a review thing.
Oh,
It's like the Good Housekeeping.
It's a
seal of
hashtag
approval.
Christian golden thumb approval.
We need an animation.
nice. Okay. All right,
Like
ooh. Well, how about instead of golden thumb, like golden head? All right. Anyways,
Oh,
so
shiny.
let's jump into some of the nitty gritty, the details of the actual convention. So we'll start with panels. So real quick, panels are they sound like just how they sound. It's groups of people who work on the various projects, and they sort of answer questions by a moderator, and then they open up to the fans. And there were a few good ones. Let's just start with, I think, all of our favorite one, or at least my favorite one, was the Luke Cage panel. So first of all, I think, and we all agree with this, Mike Coulter, he exudes coolness. He comes on stage. He's a super friendly guy. He's very laid back. He's very comfortable with himself. He's very comfortable interacting with the moderator, the fans. It was cool. He saw, I think, Sarah and Ravi trying to get pictures, and he was like, Stanley, look over there, and had his arm around him, and we got a really cool picture. So
Check out our Instagram for that at LuZo Productions.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys think of that, real quick?
Like, I mean, we've got the video up right now. I mean, it was awesome that we were that close to see
Seriously.
him, and then Stanley just comes out of nowhere.
Oh, so cool.
And it was amazing. It was really, really, really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I was a teensy bit starstruck. I was just like,
Yeah.
whoa.
And
For
fun
sure.
fact, Mike Coulter said this. That was his first time meeting Stan Lee. He hadn't met him before today.
Oh snap! And we got the
Wow.
photo.
Yeah, that's
And the video.
Kind of makes sense. I mean, it's not like he hops onto the set of everything. He
Even if you think he does.
He did say something. I don't know. Maybe this is just me nitpicking. Stan Lee did say something I thought was a little weird to Mike Coulter on stage. He said something along, and I'm paraphrasing here. We do have the video, and at some point you'll see it. But he says something along the lines of, hey, Mike, if those executives or those guys down at Marvel treat you or say anything you don't like, you talk to me directly. And I thought it was a little weird. I don't
No,
know.
I think
I don't know
that's-
why
I
he.
think that's Stan Lee.
I think that's
Is
just
it?
Stan
I mean,
Lee
I don't
being
know
like-
Stan Lee, and I don't know his like. All I know about Stan Lee is he's like a founding member, a founding father, if you will, of Marvel, and
And he's super old.
and he's
But
super old.
Right. He has
So
nothing to
I
do
think-
with Marvel at all.
He
in
doesn't,
any way.
yeah.
Like
Right.
comics, even
Sure.
movies, television, nothing.
I think
So-
he's awesome. Stan Lee is awesome. He's the big guy. These are all his babies, these comics, and I think he just likes to, he's like, I'm gonna take care of, these people. These are my things, and I think that's more him being Mr. Big Guy, kind of like
Can-
this is make sure they take care of you, man.
Can you imagine Stanley being alive right now, and he's literally seeing his 2D creations literally come to life in front of him? I mean, these movies, these shows, it's a superhero explosion. I can only imagine what Stanley feels in terms of,
Well, I mean, Christian, I mean, you yourself are a writer, correct?
Yes.
And just imagine
Well,
it for
kind
yourself.
of.
Well, you are a writer.
That's
and
right.
yeah, I feel like that would be even for me as an editor and a producer. It's just to see a creation of yours kind of come to life on screen.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's really cool.
It's very cool. It's a little different though with him. Real quick, we won't go into a huge tangent. At least the type of writing that I've done mostly has been for like some sketches and some stuff like that, and that's very much is cool. And I love this aspect of it. Is other people getting involved. The actors, directing, and all of it, and it becomes a shared vision. Stan Lee writing for novels and then to some extent the comics. It's very much your creation, and it comes to life on the page. And the writer, I think, gets to maintain a little bit more autonomy on how those characters come to life and how they're portrayed. Not always, because you still have editors, and of course, comic books, even less. You have artists as well, and other people involved. But it's cool because he did it the comic book way first, and then these movies are coming in and taking those creations and coming from that. That's what they're using.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. To span that many mediums and to see your creations come from very much this like I created and put them on this paper, and now literally decades later, here they are.
And you could see just with Mike Coulter, not only was he respectful to Stan Lee, but he was very respectful to, trying to be a superhero for everybody. And he talked about that a lot on the panel. That there's a lot of the Black Lives Matter and a lot of the social problems that are going on. Yes, that's represented in the show. But Luke Cage is a superhero for everybody. It is not just.
Well,
exclusively
I
for
mean, during the
anybody.
panel, somebody in the audience was saying something like DC Comics sucks or something.
Yeah, and he even said
and he
DC
jumped up
Comics
and he
is
was like, no, we are all one.
Yeah,
We are all in
absolutely.
this
We're all
together.
here to entertain.
Regardless, we're here to be entertained. We're here because we love comics. There is no Marvel. There is no DC. It's all just one. It's all about story. It's all about
And I love
that human connection.
I love what he said about monopolies, and he said, you don't want a monopoly on anything, and he said that's what helps with Marvel and DC. It helps push each and every one of those enterprises.
Makes each other better, unlike Madden. Anyways, so that's a
it's
different
not,
thing. Different thing.
Irrelevant. The other thing that I would like to say about because you brought it up about Stan Lee seeing his creations brought to life. Stan Lee will be 94 in December. Wow. December 28th, he will be 94 years old. Not only has that man seen his creations come to life, think about what he has seen in his lifetime. From going from a time when like comics and art, there was no option for anything like that to even start. Like that not just, okay, yeah, it's cool to see, it's really awesome to see your creations come to life, but to see it in a way that you never even could have imagined possible when you first started this. Like, that's crazy to me. And then so awesome, super awesome.
Yeah,
and the man is 94, almost 94 years old.
He can remember World War II.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Can he tell them that I'm the director?
He could probably do that if he wanted.
If only we had gone a drop with Stanley.
Ooh.
Excelsior, LuZoCast.
Oh my god.
That would've been great.
Next convention. We did pretty good this one.
I think so.
All right, so the next panel, which I'm sure you nerds are super excited for, or were excited for, is the Flash panel. So I'm going to let one of you tell us what you think.
I thought it was cool. We had the actress that plays... Wow, I'm forgetting her name. all of a sudden.
Iris?
Iris.
There you go.
We had the
Iris
actress
West.
that played
Zoom.
Oh my
Zoom.
gosh.
The actor that played Zoom. The actor
Caitlin
that played
Snow.
Caitlin
Snow.
Snow. Patty from season 2.
First, his first non-Iris love interest.
Correct. And the actor that played Zoom, Teddy Sears.
Mm-hmm.
And then the actor that also played Weather Wizard, who there weren't enough chairs there, so he decided to take a mic and go into the
hopped off the
crowd
stage.
and just start talking to people. It was great. And he really like kind of moderated the whole thing. The two comic, the comic.
Yeah, it was quite
men.
cool because they actually got more questions from the
Yeah.
audience than some of the other panels because he just hopped down and of course, all the girls were clamoring to him.
Me too, actually.
I
was
did get a
clamoring
selfie
to.
with him.
Yeah.
Sorry, he was there.
If you check again, LuZo Productions Instagram, you can see that photo.
By the way, Iris West is Candace Patton. Caitlin Snow is Danielle Panabaker. And keep talking because I'm looking for
Patty.
Patty. Sorry, Patty. Getting there.
I thought it was.
No,
sorry.
keep going.
Oh,
Sorry.
so I thought it was cool. They all shared their insights on the show. Teddy Sears obviously isn't on the show anymore. Zoom isn't on it.
Did they mention something about his possibility of coming back?
I don't remember hearing
Okay.
a specific question about that. But I mean, because Flash, there's so many different time periods. There's the Flashpoint paradox. Obviously, it wouldn't shock me if he comes back into play at some point, especially as he didn't die at the end of season 2. He kind of became Black Flash.
Can we?
So-
I know this is a LuZoCast episode, but obviously there was was it the 3rd episode of this new season of The Flash?
Yes.
And Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh,
Real
this
quick,
week, yeah.
I mean, Barry Allen's voice makes an appearance in Legends, warning Captain
Rip Hunter.
Rip Hunter
Yes.
about something. We don't know. This is Old Man Barry. And then also in The Flash, just in general, what happened?
I know. I was trying to
Yeah,
think.
not much happened. It was more character
No,
development.
but
He got
Caitlin,
stuck in the mirror.
Oh, Mirror Man.
Yeah,
Mirror
Caitlin's
Man.
powers
Are starting to manifest.
are starting to
Pretty cool.
manifest, and she's not telling anyone about them. Though
Good
she
choice.
did use them to free Barry from the mirror.
And Danielle Panabaker, that's her name, right?
Who plays Patty?
Who plays
Caitlin?
yes.
Danielle, yes.
Yeah, was asked a question about, is she going to become a villain? Will she be good? She kind of played coy about what's going to happen there, and I know the show, I don't know if they did in this last episode or they're going to do it, are going to introduce her mother into the show, so I'm sure that will play
Oh, poor, yeah.
into
Interesting.
Caitlin's kind of evolution. But
Patty, the actress that plays Patty, sorry, is Chantel Van Santen. So
I know she will be appearing in this season at least once.
Patty?
Yes.
Yes,
Correct.
I think that. Yeah.
Maybe Zoom will too. Maybe Weather Wizard will as well. Asking questions.
Christian's like,
Christian's like, I don't.
Well,
Next
my,
panel.
my only question about Flash is, who were you more excited to see on that panel? Who really got your juices flowing?
Zoom!
Yeah, Teddy.
Zoom?
I quite.
Teddy Sears was
I
cool.
quite like Danielle Panabaker.
I liked all
and
of them.
I liked all
all
the
of them,
I liked the
really.
ladies. They were great, and
Cool.
Zoom?
It
but I do like the Caitlyn character.
well, the
I like the Iris character.
the three
too.
actresses all seemed like good friends, and then Teddy was kind of sitting off to the right by
Oh
himself.
well, they had to share chairs at
Because
first
he is,
too.
Because he is Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a better version.
Actually, at WonderCon, we actually interviewed a really cool, or I thought
a Zoom.
a Zoom.
Right before the reveal of who
yeah.
Zoom was. It was
Yeah.
like a week or two before.
Yeah, it was very cool.
beautiful. Yeah, that was cool.
Anyway, moving right along.
Yeah. So we done with Flash? Okay.
Yes, we're done with Flash.
Oh.
So moving on to another huge fan favorite, obviously the Star Trek panel.
Christian, don't lie. I saw it in your face.
Well-
you got starstruck.
So the reason that I was starstruck, so unfortunately I haven't been able to watch as much Star Trek as anyone really should. Let's be honest, right? But I've seen enough of each series where I could recognize each person who came on. First, Walter Koenig came on, who plays Chekhov from the original series. Then Nichelle Nichols, who plays Uhura from the original series.
TOS.
Robert Picardo, who plays. So I didn't watch enough episodes to realize this. He's a what is he? A hologram
holographic
doctor?
doctor.
Holographic
Hologram.
doctor from was it Voyager?
Voyager.
From Voyager.
Star
And
Trek
unfortunately,
Voyager.
I couldn't. I know I've seen her. She's a tall blonde lady. Do you know what series she was from?
She's from Next Generation.
She was from Next Generation. That's
Yes,
right.
she's from Next Generation. I'm a terrible Star Trek fan. She basically, her story is actually kind of cool, and I'll give it in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Basically, she's on the crew. There's a time travel wibbly wobbly thing.
Ooh.
She ends up going back in time. Her daughter, she goes back in time in order to save her in the present day from dying. So she's back in time. That character marries a Romulan who, the Federation are not friends with, has a half-human, half-Romulan daughter who looks exactly like her. It's actually played by her, who becomes a really big pain in Picard and crew's butt.
Oh man.
That's her in a nutshell.
What was her character name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up
What's the
right
actress's
now.
name?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, come on,
I
guys.
would have said it
I
if
didn't
I'd
go to
known
the
it.
panel.
Yeah, I wasn't there either, so I can't tell you.
I know if you guys had been there,
I
it would've
wish
been a
I'd
little
gone to
more
the
helpful.
panel now.
Hey, I got 3 out of 4, which I think for me is pretty good.
Why wasn't Will Wheaton?
Where was Will Wheaton?
Actually, I haven't seen him
Will
make a lot of
Wheaton, where
appearances
have you
anyway.
been?
It's because he's so big now on Big Bang Theory.
It was pretty cool though.
I hate that show.
It was cool to see them.
Will Wheaton.
It's kind of weird though to see that like they're so old now. So you just feel like that's
No,
gonna
Will
be
Wheaton still looks like Wesley
no,
Crusher.
not Will, but like
The people that are at the
Koenig
panel.
and the original series. You feel like that's gonna be a mass Star Trek exodus at some point, and that's gonna be really sad.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean,
well,
it's a fact of life. It's the circle of life.
No, I mean it
but
already
it's coming.
kind of started, but yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, it's every time I feel like these are people who appear at every convention. Not these
I was gonna
specific
say
people.
no. Some of them specifically.
really?
Ahura. Because I love
her
seeing her
name-
at every convention. I'm like, oh,
She still looks good.
Denise
Yeah.
Denise Crosby is her name, and she plays Lieutenant Tasha Yara.
That's it. Yes. Tasha
oh,
Yara.
I think I know who she is.
Yeah.
Tasha Yara.
Yeah, it was very cool to have to pick those sort of series as well. I like that it was 3 different ones, like 3.
Of course, yeah.
Pretty popular, I think. Mm-hmm. Especially Next Generation, obviously the original. But yeah, it was cool. I really enjoyed that.
Christian was starstruck.
Well, I mean, you were too. Don't lie.
Well, I always get starstruck at these things because where else are you going to see these people?
That's
Why,
true.
why didn't they do a Battlestar Galactica panel?
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Yeah, that's kind of a
talk
sore
about it
subject, I think.
Oh,
for
I
these
think I struck
people.
a nerve.
Struck a nerve.
No, just a sadness.
Oh.
I would
Okay.
always watch a Battlestar Galactica panel.
BSG.
Dumb.
So the last panel we're going to touch on, it was like a panel slash demonstration performance art. We had the Star Wars Saber Guild at this convention in one of the side halls, and they put on a lightsaber performance, which I was entertained. I was very entertained by it. I had a little story,
The way I described it was almost good.
but it was entertaining, right?
It was
Don't
entertaining.
lie.
I won't
You were
lie.
entertained. I was entertained.
It was a solid. It's an 8 minutes. I don't regret my life.
Yeah, and it's cool. They're actually currently recruiting. So if you have some sword skills, definitely check out Saber Guild. I get the impression they're still sort of up and coming. So feel free to help them out, help yourself out. But yeah, anyone else want to add anything for the panels? Any other thoughts or anything that I forgot and missed?
What about we have this interesting Game of Thrones clip that I wanted to show.
That was actually, yes, please do.
The Game of Thrones
Um,
parodies.
Game of Thrones. So
It has audio too, right?
it does. So
Okay.
let me prep it real quick. We're gonna go quiet for a second. So that was the Game of Thrones singing.
It's a
People.
Hang
so
on.
yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
Sorry.
They're basically a performance group that they wrote a musical basically for season 1 of Game of Thrones. There were audience questions about if they're going to do a season 2 or season 3. They said right now they just want to focus on season 1, especially since the entire series hasn't been wrapped up yet. So they wouldn't want to overstep what's
Right.
been written, what hasn't. It was entertaining. It was funny. It was raunchy. It's not for kids. Game of Thrones isn't for kids, so that's a no-brainer. But But I was surprised when they first came up. I was a little bit like, ooh, what is this? But there's some talent there, and had the sound system been a little bit better, the setup, I think it could have been really good. But as it was funny. They made a lot of funny jokes and interplay between Jaime Lannister and Cersei, being siblings and also lovers, and pushing Bran out of the window, and just the Starks are very like all they care, all they worry about is winter is coming, and that's this dark cloud over the entire family.
The group, it doesn't list the group name in this list that I'm looking at, but it's the title of the show is Winter is Coming, a musical parody. It says it's the unauthorized musical parody of Game of Thrones, winner of the Pick of the Fringe Award at the 2016 Hollywood Fringe Festival.
I don't know if you mentioned this, but it will be in Hollywood December 18th to the 20th.
The full show.
The full show.
Theater?
We got to see a couple of
I'm going to look that up right now.
I think they said the Hollywood Center, but don't quote me on that. But
It
yeah,
is
it
in
was
Hollywood.
very entertaining. When the rest of our crew here gets to look at the rest of the music that we were able to shoot, I think they'll agree. From what you've seen, what do you think? Pretty.
I mean, they sound amazing, and that song. Even though I was cutting this together earlier, and I only watched that little piece, which is 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Very catchy.
So I will say this: Khaleesi has a rock number, like hard rock, and she kills it. It's like ballad.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's great. And they tried to go with a few different genres of music for depending on the characters that were up. So that was really cool. But yeah, so we'll bring you a little bit more. Each thing that we're talking about, not all of them, but some of them we hope to expand and either give their own little segment or thing, or we'll put a couple of the small ones together to show you. So keep an eye out for that, hopefully in the coming week or couple of weeks. Yeah, so I think that does it for our panels. Ravi alluded to this earlier. We met a lot of really cool people who are sort of on the ground level like us, producers of art and entertainment pertaining to this pop culture that we're trying to cover. So
Exhibitors.
We call them the Exhibitors, which sounds like a group of Terminators or something.
They are Dementors.
So
No.
Where's your Wingardium Leviosa stick?
I don't know. I lost it.
My
Oh, by the way,
wand
we
is over
found
there.
out Michael and Aaron got that for me.
Yeah,
Is that
we
who?
found that out.
Okay, so
Yeah,
to explain, Ravi had a birthday the other day, and
happy birthday.
we went to Dave and Buster's, and he came home with this giant pencil, which he kept using as a wand and also hitting Krishna on the head. It was great. And that came from Aaron and Michael, apparently.
Thank you. Anyway, Exhibitors.
Exhibitors. All right, so this first one is actually going to be very close to Ravi and Sarah. We had Evil Ted, and Ravi, why don't you tell us a little bit about Evil Ted?
So Evil Ted, amazing guy. He is a Hollywood prop artist that has worked in the industry for years. He was actually, we were able to score an interview which we'll put together and upload to our YouTube and Facebook channel, and we'll link to him as well. But he is an amazing prop designer / artist that has worked on things like Alien. He worked on the new Star Trek 2 with Benedict Cumberbatch. He actually built some of the weapons that Khan uses to bash in RoboCop's head. So that's cool. I think that's cool. But Ted's big thing, and he was telling us at the conventions, why go out and spend thousands of dollars on these props and these sets when you yourself can go and make them? And his channel, The Evil Ted, he goes into great detail talking and showing and explaining how you can use things like foam and basic materials that you can go and get from like Home Depot and craft stores and make amazing armor sets. So it was really cool to see him. We were just walking by and there he was, and he's a great guy. He had the time to just talk to us, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a really cool encounter.
Super down to
Was
earth.
he evil?
No.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
think
he calls himself Evil Ted,
He
but
should
he's not.
rebrand himself as Nice Ted.
No, because then
It's
no,
super
that's
groovy
boring.
Ted.
Super groovy Ted.
Wait, was this
That's
the
interesting. That's more
teddy bear
interesting.
from the movie Ted?
No.
No.
Oh.
All right. So anything else you want to add for Evil Ted?
No, that was
or memory or foam or building. We'll probably bring you a little bit more on him. So stay tuned for that. The next exhibitor, which I think most of us were really excited for, was a gentleman by the name of, and you should have heard this in our intro song.
And if you haven't, go back and watch it.
Seriously.
Because LuZo loves Pokemon.
We do.
LuZo loves Jason Page. Jason Page is the guy who created, and this is the actual title, Pokemon theme.
So he did not create the Pokemon theme.
Okay.
He sang the American version of the Pokemon theme. And helped collaborate with the American version. He did create the Pokemon Go theme.
Okay, there we go. Thank you for clearing that up.
And he created the LuZo Loves Pokemon thing.
Yeah, LuZo loves Pokemon
Which
and LuZo loves
is
Jason Page.
amazing.
Yeah, he was super fun to talk to. He's got a lot of energy that just sort of rubs off on you. In fact, I hadn't even said any words, and he sort of pinned.
You still have
You got
them on.
some
I still
flair.
have them on. Yeah, you probably
You
can't
got
see
flair.
it, but he pinned some merchandise onto my shirt, which was very cool. Yeah, he's just got a lot of energy. Hopefully, you can see that from the intro video. Jason Page, definitely check him out. I think his website is jasonpage.com.
jasonpage.com. I think we're going to try and hunt him down tomorrow at some point, and we're going
Awesome.
to try our hardest to get him on this show.
Yes, yeah, he deserves it. He deserves his own little spot on the show.
Just think about it. We could have an hour of him singing.
Oh yeah, like
No.
Ravi loves the idea.
No.
Don't listen to him
No.
yet. But yeah, so that's Jason Page. Super funny, super energetic guy. Next, we talked to a group called the Southland Ghostbusters. These are kind of cool. It's sort of in the same vein as sort of like the 501st. They're Ghostbusters who do charity events. They do birthday parties. Basically, wherever there are fans of the Ghostbusters and want to hire or sign some Ghostbusters, they might call the Southland Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call?
The Southland.
Southland. No, it
Ghostbusters.
doesn't.
It doesn't
flow.
quite roll.
It doesn't really flow. But
But they were super nice. Yeah, they do a lot of charity work. I asked the guy what his favorite event this year was, and he mentioned. So I think Sony owns Ghostbusters, so they got a lot of events through Sony, and there was a kid. I forget what the name of the actual program is, but basically it's they bring sick kids, they bring their superhero wishes to life, and this kid really liked Ghostbusters.
Make-A-Wish Foundation?
No, it's not Make-A-Wish.
no, there's one that I think is superheroes. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, very cool foundation. And so he got to be the gentleman that I talked to, got to be a part of making this kid's sort of wish come true to meet the Ghostbusters. And he said this year was very good to them. This year, I guess they started to explode a little bit. So wish them all the best. Very cool. And obviously we couldn't hit them all, but there's a lot of groups like that around there. I don't know. Did you guys run into any more?
Well, we're gonna try and actually talk to them tomorrow. We couldn't work it in today.
You got
'cause
the
we're gonna hit the
Mandalorian
501st, the Mandalorian Mercs, and the Rebel Legion, which are all right in there together.
I also believe there's an Adventure Time costuming group out there.
That is all
I
you.
want to find them.
Is there a BoJack Horseman costuming group?
I did see a man dressed as BoJack, and I regret not getting his interview, and I will hunt him down tomorrow.
He won't be there. He won't
Mr.
be there
BoJack
tomorrow.
Horseman, sir, if you are watching,
He's
my name
not.
is Arjuna Ramgopal, and I will find you.
Wow,
That's
you just
the
gave your full name.
creepiest. That's
It's on Facebook.
That's,
I'm so scared.
you're the creepiest.
Arjuna, I'm not gonna lie. If I have a horseman knocking on our door at 1 o'clock in the morning, asking to speak to you by name, you're fired.
You can't fire me.
From the
I'm in the
apartment?
sequel.
Because you quit? No, damn. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna let Ravi and Sarah talk a little bit about this. It's the Ozobots. Am I even pronouncing that correctly?
Ozobot, yes.
Ozobots, that is correct. Sarah, take it away.
Oh, was it not good?
No, it was great.
It was early this morning. I just don't remember.
It was one of the first things we did.
true.
Maybe the second thing we did. So I think we'll have more about this and more video of this at some point. But they're small little bots, and by which small, they're like an inch cube, basically, kind of like they're very small,
Very
but they
cute.
help you learn how to code.
And they teamed up with Marvel and the Avengers.
Yes, so they have these
Marvel.
little skins that go on top of them. So you've got not just the little bots, but if you put the little skins on top, they take on kind of the personalities of some of the Avengers. And they've got Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, obviously or Ultron, if you want, which is a little creepy to think about you programming Ultron because he's just going to take over and then
Sweet.
infect all your other Autobots.
Smart choice.
But but it's it's super cool and not just like. Okay, obviously she was trying to make me feel good because I was like, oh, I kind of want one, and then she's talking about like, so basically this is going to be something that helps kids learn how to code, like super simple, learn how to code, and teach them these things. And I was like, well, I still want one. I kind of
She
I don't
called you
care.
simple.
We all have to start
no.
somewhere.
I admit openly that I want to learn to code like a child. I don't care. Those little dudes were cool. They're not publicly available. I think the first phase of them becoming available was the end of November.
End of November.
Yeah,
bleeding
just in
into
time for Christmas.
and
But
then
they were
That's really
super
cool.
cool little guys. And like I said, I think we may be able we may have a little bit more about them.
It reminds me a
later.
little bit of Lego Robotics, which I think some of us were
Mindstorm.
Mindstorm.
back in middle school.
To agree. I mean, to a degree, a lot of what we're seeing with, there's Cosmo is another little robot that came out. They're going to be opening up their like kids programming type language. There's a lot of little robots and coding languages and stuff coming out to teach kids and adults, get them more comfortable with the coding language.
Well, there's
and
a lot
stuff
of stuff for adults already, but there's Disney even is doing a coding thing for kids. I mean,
with like a little BB-8 program, this BB-8
I think
or R2D2.
it's
That'd be cool.
on the computer, but
On the
I think
computer,
they do.
it is.
Yeah, actually, you're using BB-8 and
It's
R2.
HTML coding.
It's super cool.
Cool.
Because
Luke
I played
Cage.
with that too.
Sweet Christmas.
Sweet sister.
Christmas.
So they're literally hoping that one of these little kids grows up to crack the AI code. That's what they're hoping for.
What they're hoping is these robots will become
Skynet.
Skynet and murder us
Judgment
all.
Day is inevitable.
This is some melding of like
I love that
Skynet
song.
and Children of the
It's a great
Corn.
song.
I don't.
Great song.
So
Terrible movie.
After our little glimpse into our horrifying future, let us go into the last exhibitor that we would like to
Exhibit.
highlight on this special episode 23 of the LuZoCast. The Hot Topic pop vinyls, or the Hot Topic exclusives. Can you give us a little bit more information on that? So Ravi and Sarah, and hopefully you've seen the little pop vinyls that we used to put out sort of as decoration. Ravi and Sarah are, maybe just Sarah, is an avid collector.
Not avid, but I like to have the pop vinyls of the things I like.
I feel like
I
you have a
don't just
million.
go out and it's like, oh no, trust me. When you if you look at the amount of pop vinyl figures and bobbleheads that are out there, this is nothing.
A tiny fraction.
But I like to have the ones of the things I like. And
For sure.
and sometimes I get, I probably get them for Ravi and he's like, thanks, great.
Accurate.
But so there, Hot Topic does exclusive pop vinyl figures that are just, which Funko does them with various other vendors and whatever. But Hot Topic is one of the main sponsors for Stanley's LA Comic Con, and we're trying to see if we can still get it to talk to them. It's tough. It's a big thing, and we haven't heard back from them yet. But we did get to look at. Now we haven't been able to get our hands on the super duper LA Comic Con exclusives. There's a She-Hulk pop vinyl. I really do want that, but I doubt I'm going to be able to get it because the line goes all the way around. We couldn't do anything else. And then, what was the other one? There's another one.
I do not remember.
Oh, why
the one
can't
that
I
you
think
the
of
one
it?
that you got, or
No. There's
the one that you
another
wanted?
comic. There's another LA Comic Con exclusive. And I can't
Colossal.
Colossus.
Colossus, sorry.
Even... Okay,
yes.
Colossus.
Metal Man.
Metal Man.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Colossus.
then we also got an Ahsoka pop panel, which is a Hot Topic exclusive, not to Comic Con, but it is exclusive to Hot Topic. And wait, I got something else.
No, that was it.
It was the
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and then this, which is kind of cool, it's a Funko Pop mystery, and it's a Hot Topic exclusive, limited edition exclusive, because it is for, I would say probably for Halloween, it's a horror exclusive. It could either be Beetlejuice, Jason Voorhees from Halloween, or Pinhead from Hellraiser. So we're going to open this. Okay, we probably should have, there we go.
So we're bringing you
Live!
an exclusive
Loudly.
look at this mystery Hot Topic exclusive pop
There we go.
vinyl.
If you're listening to us on iTunes, that must
Can I
have
just
sounded
show something real quick
Yeah,
before you
yeah.
open it?
It does
So on this
look
camera,
like Picard.
this is what it looks like. So from afar,
I feel like
from
it looks
afar,
like-
I thought it was Zoom.
Oh.
What is it
I
with
was
you
like,
and Zoom tonight?
whoa, it's Zoom.
Oh, see, I feel like it looks like a Shadow
Is
Picard.
that how we say his name?
He's like a Shadow Picard.
Zoom,
Bald like me.
bald like you.
You're not a Shadow Picard. You're a Krishna Picard?
I'll be a Christian Picard.
Sarah, can
I'm
you
okay with that.
open that with your?
I can.
your-
We got Beetlejuice. So,
Oh, snap.
just to clarify
Ruined.
this, yeah, I have a cast on because I'm a complete.
wait.
klutz.
I'm sorry. Real quick. Was that a box within a box?
Yes,
Box in a box.
Boxception.
Beetlejuice. I have a
Sweet.
cast on my hand to clarify for anyone who, because I fended off a bunch of ninjas while I was trying to save a goldfish.
Oh,
Yes,
a goldfish named Bob.
named Goldie. Goldie the golden goldfish.
Okay.
True
That,
story.
that
I
actually
really,
makes
story.
I really can't do this with my cast hand.
sense. Someone lend a hand. Literally.
Bada bing. All right. We have Beetlejuice. Wait, can you put him in front of the... Beetlejuice.
He
This
looks like
kinda-
the
Right.
original Joker.
That's kind of
He's
funny.
kind of lovable. I love him.
I like that movie, though. I actually super love... There you go. Turn him around.
Oh,
Face all the way back. Will he go all the way back?
Creepy.
that's just twisted. Oh,
There you go.
Let's see
Just
what I
leave him
did
like
there?
that. Like he's... Yeah. I love Beetlejuice. I don't know if you guys watched the movie.
No.
I
Really?
saw it once
Never?
I saw it once in college.
Oh, gosh. Really?
Well, at least you said it. That's good.
My mom doesn't let me
We're
watch regular
gonna
movies.
watch Beetlejuice.
Good. I'm gonna pass on that one.
No, you don't get to pass on that.
Can we watch the advertisement?
It's Michael Keaton at his finest.
Because it reminds me of Beetlejuice.
Michael Keaton?
It's Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. Seriously? You've not really?
No, I've no
Alec
idea.
Baldwin is a ghost.
Wait, what?
Alec Baldwin and
When did this movie come out? First of all,
80s.
who was his wife in it? It wasn't
87?
Kim Basinger because that was his wife. It wasn't. That's all. And Winona Ryder was in it
oh damn.
as the kid.
Yeah.
They do the Deo, daylight come and me one go home, and they're all dancing around the table because they're all
mean, that's a
possessed
great
by.
song.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
didn't
Beetlejuice.
know.
So
I
yes,
didn't know.
fun times with
Jitterbug.
the Funko Pops.
Sometimes I wonder why I'm on this show because I'm so pop culture really inept. So we're gonna move on.
I
now.
thought you were about to say. Wait, I thought you were about to say. Sometimes I wonder why I'm on this show because you people are all strange.
No, I'll put myself
Yes,
down first.
yes, we
but
are.
so we'll move on to I think everyone's favorite section on the or any convention really. It's the people who show up in character or in costume. So and as we affectionately would call them, cosplayers, because they are costume playing. I assume is that what it stands for?
I believe so.
Yes.
I would hope so. So cosplay. We got to talk to a few of these charming individuals like we did last time, and we're hoping to get some more tomorrow. But real quick, Arjuna, for instance, if you what did you see a lot of? We'll go around. What did you see a lot of, and who did you talk to that was one of the more interesting people?
So I saw a lot of Negans, understandably, from The Walking Dead. The recent season premiere was just 6 days ago. And we actually got to talk to a Negan who was very, very entertaining. And you can watch that on our YouTube page and Facebook page at LuZo Productions in the coming days. But very in character, very enthusiastic. I actually felt scared for my life at one point because he
nice.
was waving the bat around. But I would say, to answer your second question, best interview, we interviewed a Kylo Ren who was, it was a she, and she was fantastic. She nailed the character, and she nailed like the whiny parts of Kylo Ren, and she was just very witty and very good.
Tell me you asked her why she did it.
Oh, that was the first question.
What was her answer?
That she that you know her Han had promised Leia that
Spoilers.
he would come back, and so Kylo did it. So Han would come back in a pine box. That's what she told me.
Oh my god.
That's what she told me.
Incredible.
And I said,
That's
I can do that. I
amazing.
said, I can
She
do it to
won.
Mom, and she was like, no, I love Mom.
Oh. To piggyback off of that a little bit, so I saw a lot of Negans as well, and I saw a lot of this is obvious, but I saw a lot of Harley Quinns and Jokers. But I like how you said you were scared for your life, because there was one interview that I did with an eerily Hugh Jackman looking Wolverine, and Ravi was with me on this one. And at one point, I sort of alluded to the fact, I was like, "Oh, so when do you think you're gonna die?" And he was thinking about it, and he seemed to get kind of angry. He's like, "You shouldn't ask me that." And he put his claws up to my neck, and he's like, "Never ask me that." Because I was trying to allude to the fact that he seems to be looking a little bit aged in his
Old
new
man
trailer. But yeah, he was cool. He looked just like Hugh Jackman, and every answer was in character. Even before we turned on the camera, he was in character. It was all bub and who are you, and kind of rude. It was great.
Was it like
I
a
love
Hugh
that guy.
Jackman, who are you, or was it like a Maz Kanata, who are you?
Option
Pretty
A.
sure it was
Who are you?
Can you imagine
Not-
a Wolverine being like, "Who are you?"
Who are you?
That doesn't even make sense. Ravi, I know you got to do a lot of the filming, but was there anyone who stuck out in your mind?
Three ones in particular, and I'm hoping the first one would be there was an amazing apocalypse, like the 1990s X-Men apocalypse.
The really big one.
Really tall one. Nobody, unfortunately, got an interview. Hopefully, he's there tomorrow. Please, if you see him, stop what you're doing. Just go and interview him.
Cool.
That one, and then there were two different variants on Deadpool. There was a Baymax
Oh, you stole
Deadpool,
mine.
Yeah, that's
and there was
Wait,
a Warhammer. Warhammer being that PC game. There was a Warhammer Deadpool, which is giant guy in like this heavy armor suit, and it was all painted out like Deadpool, which was really cool.
Wow, that's very creative. Cool, Sarah.
The Baymax Deadpool was amazing. I mean, seriously, the guy, that was great. I love that. But I also talked to a wonderful group of superheroes.
Yeah, that was funny.
They were the men dressed as the ladies of comics. We had a couple we had Wonder Woman and Wonder Boy, as he called himself.
Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy had it was very little on. I mean, bless him for that, but my favorite part of that was that they were all like, I don't see how women do this. They kept pulling things up, and I was like, thank you. Yes. They're like, I keep sweating in places, and I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, that guy was like, for wearing so little, my entire body is sweating.
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
But we had a couple of Wonder Womans.
We did.
We had a Poison Ivy. We had a Catwoman.
We had a Magneto.
No, not
In
in
that
that
group.
group.
Oh.
No, sorry.
We're
That's
talking about
Yeah.
the
We're
group,
talking
the
about our
gender-bender group.
gender
I feel
bending
embarrassed now.
superheroes.
Just gonna hide.
Hide your face.
Don't worry, the
that were
camera's
my
not on.
favorite. So anyway.
I'm just a voice. I talked to
So
friends.
they were
fun.
great. They were great, and I got a little interview with them, so we'll probably have that in something at some point. Keep an eye out, because I think we're gonna do some cosplay stuff separate from our
Cool.
LuZoCast.
Cool. All right. So real quick then, just to kind of preview hopefully what we're looking to tackle tomorrow, because there is a third day. It's a bit shorter than it was today. Today was a good 9 hours, and tomorrow's only 6. But tomorrow, and feel free anyone to jump in to add in any information I mess up. There's a fan-made, I don't even know what you call them, production company called Legion M.
Legion M will be there tomorrow.
For the
Yeah.
fans, by the fans.
Right.
Yeah.
Sort of a production house. Like, I'm not even sure how to describe that.
So basically, the premise behind it is, instead of you being a giant studio, where you go to a studio, you present an idea, and then the studio funds you. The idea behind this is, this might not be the best way or the most accurate way to explain it, but think of it like crowdfunding.
That's exactly the impression
You're
I got. Yeah.
getting a bunch of fans, a bunch of people to go in, contribute X amount, and then they get to vote as a group on projects.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a very cool and interesting idea. I also feel like having X thousand of voices decide on something means maybe nothing will get done, but who knows? Who knows? They're backed by Meltdown Comics, which is here in Los Angeles.
Okay.
They're backed by they're backed by a bunch of different smaller
That's actually-
entertainment entities within Los Angeles and in Vancouver. So who knows?
Cool.
What will come up?
And it's cool because Krishna, correct me if I'm wrong, you are going to pitch.
Yeah.
something
So
tomorrow.
actually, Juno, why didn't you tell them sort of what they're up to at this convention? So this is a relatively new fan-made entity, but they're doing something kind of unique.
So they basically set up in the main hall this kind of elevator prop set where you get to go inside and you have 2 minutes to kind of casually just pitch an idea. I think it could be either a television show or a movie.
Or because I asked, video game or virtual reality idea.
Web
Yeah, wow,
series?
interesting.
Does that count?
I
in
think
the-
I spoke to a lovely lady, Roxanne, for Legion, and she basically said yes. Basically any kind of media that you can think of, because it's relatively new and because the fans are voting, they don't have any kind of limits on what they want to do.
Well, actually, they lie. It can't be a Vine.
Well,
that is true. It
you
cannot
could
be a Vine
pitch
series.
it, but that's not going to be any good.
Actually, Dream brings up a good point. Can we take just 3 seconds of silence?
Everyone,
for
bow
Vine?
your head in
Me.
silence.
Rest in peace, Vine.
Okay, so basically what
Yeah,
happened?
that was it. Whatever. Who cares?
Twitter,
Yeah,
what,
seriously.
killed Vine?
Twitter is in the process of murdering Vine.
And the reason that matters so much to us.
All of our
We,
T-shirts that we're
yeah.
wearing and
And
our
business
business
cards.
cards that we passed out today all have the stupid Vine.
We just
logo
got
on
our
them.
business cards because we were going to the convention. We got a bunch so we could have them. We got these shirts so that people could find
week
us.
later.
And literally like a week and a half after we get the shirts. Yeah.
And the cards.
At least
And the
Facebook.
cards.
It's not like Facebook is shutting down,
No,
or like YouTube.
or
That'd be
YouTube.
worse.
Yeah.
Also,
Or Twitter, hopefully,
those
I
are
don't
too
know.
big to shut down right now.
Right
Could
now.
you imagine if just
Mark Zuckerberg's
Week
like,
later.
I'm good. Facebook's
You know, I
gone.
think I'm done. Yeah.
he
yeah.
sees the LuZo page? Yeah, I'm done with this thing.
This
Just end it.
crap can get on here now. Oh, no.
my god. We end it. But just real quick to finish off the Legion M, I'm going to attempt to pitch an idea in this elevator thing tomorrow. I have no idea what the idea is going to be. My team has told me to steer away from my giant killer frog making humanity extinct idea, which I think is great. But
I think it's a good idea.
I think that
Thank
one's
you.
not really fleshed out yet. I
Wait,
think
wait.
there are
I
some
thought it's a great
ideas.
idea. Why?
I did too.
Oh, okay.
That's an
All right.
amazing
Okay.
idea.
Go. I'm overruled.
One.
there's a
I
180.
feel like there are some that are a little more fleshed out.
I
but
haven't
sure.
heard this idea. You're putting words in my mouth. I don't appreciate that.
I guess, yeah. It's not really actually a fleshed out idea. I have to,
there we go.
I have to see what dreams come to me tonight, and
Oh, Lord.
we'll
Oh,
see.
my.
We will see.
Lordy, lordy.
It'll be fun though. I'm hoping we're hoping to do a small bit. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to bring you footage of me in the elevator. They're going to be filming it, and I would assume if I'm selected, they'll be showing those videos to the people
Is there
online.
no way we can't ask them for that footage?
We can, because you will be there and you can ask.
We're going to do that, so maybe we can. We're
All
going to
right,
ask
we will
Maybe.
find out. Be like, hey, can we get that
if
footage?
not, if not, we will find an elevator somewhere, and Krishna, you
Can
will
give
redo
the pitch again.
Redo the whole thing.
We'll do
Okay.
a reenactment.
and we'll do it ourselves.
Reenactment up,
Yeah,
yes.
Wait, can we
I
get
like
can
it.
we get a real actor to play Krishna?
Yes.
Oh.
Arjuna,
wait, we
actually,
would have to
you will
cast
play
me.
Krishna.
I'll play Krishna. I want to put a bald cap on and play Krishna.
That would,
There we
wait,
go.
I put a red wig on, so it's only
There we
fair
go.
Sarah
It
puts
is-
on a
Krishna
bald
put
cap.
on my red wig. Now I'll find a bald
I-
cap.
Wait a
like
second.
this.
There's an
Krishna
idea.
will do a LuZo review of that skit.
There's a
Excellent. It's like LuZo Inception.
there's some kind of series, not series, but maybe a bit here where we review something
As each other.
as the other person. That could be interesting.
so meta.
Anyways,
All right.
What else is going on tomorrow? So as Sarah already mentioned, Sarah and Ravi, Star Wars costuming. So
We're gonna hit up the
501st.
costuming groups
those
tomorrow.
Merc people.
Mandalorian. Oh come on.
You want to
The
join the
Mandalorian-
Mandalorian
I
Merc.
forgot the name. Sorry.
501st Legion, the Mandalorian Mercs, and Rebel Legion, which are all
Rebel
costuming
Legion.
groups that are charity based.
Cool.
Costuming.
And then two more real quick things. Con Stars, which it sounds like Sarah.
Constars is something that Sci-Fi is doing, with kind of like Pawn Stars, or somewhere between, I guess, Pawn Stars and kind of like Antiques Roadshow, where you take in nerdy things that you have and see if you can. Basically, they're gonna give you the
Appraisal.
Thank you.
Appraisal on
words. I'm so
antique-
good with words. Give you an appraisal, see how much they're worth and whatever. So I'm gonna take some items and see if I can get in there because
An appraisal.
we have some and basically they're making a show for it. I don't know if it's a series that they're going to do on Sci-Fi, or if they're just doing a one-off kind of show,
special kind of thing.
or maybe they're doing something so they can pitch it later as a show. But
cool.
So I'm going to take some stuff, and we'll see if we can get on. I talked to them again today, and yeah, they seem to be interested.
We'll see how it goes. And then actually, the similarly worded Con Man. Sarah, why don't you tell us about that as well?
Well, excellent.
All
Con Man is it's a web series. Yes, it's web. Well, they've got a web series, comic book. They've got a few things going on. It's Alan Tudyk, who has been in many things, but
Dodgeball.
okay,
pirate.
but most often comes to the cons as a former or a member of the cast of what was formerly Firefly, and so he, as his character is a guy who goes to these cons. You know, it's basically him. It's like kind of what these people end up doing. It's a comedy. It's not, true to life. I'm sure things are based on. But anyway, it's funny. It's online. We'll find links and put them in descriptions. But they're doing a panel tomorrow with Alan Tudyk. I hope we get in to see it. I think we will. I know that their showrunner was there today, and we weren't able to get to them. I don't know if they're there tomorrow, but if they are, we'll try and get to them tomorrow and have a chat as well. So super excited. I like Alan Tudyk.
Super duper excited.
Cool. All right. So that is pretty much episode 23. That is our coverage. Let us go into final thoughts, Ravi.
Oh, can I start?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ravi.
I haven't put the graphic up yet, so give me a second.
Oh, well, this is awkward.
And the graphic's up.
Super
Now we can
fancy.
start it. But I have this little clip. The voice actors for Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs, they were there, and something magical happened.
It was super magical.
I'm just going to play it, and yeah, here we
Sri Lanka, New Guinea, Sumatra, New Zealand, Borneo, and Vietnam. Tunisia, Morocco, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, Djibouti, Botswana, Mozambique, Zambia, Swaziland, Gambia, Guinea, Algeria, Ghana. But wait, there's more.
And that was the magicalness.
That was so great.
Of the whole thing.
So, no, I can't think of their names. Well, can somebody look it up
Pinky
real
and
quick?
the Brain.
The voices of Pinky and the Brain, also Animaniacs, and several other shows. So, voices of our childhood there.
Yes.
Or college years.
Our childhood.
High school. Whatever.
Final thoughts. We have, just to let everybody know, The Lateral has transitioned to an audio-only show as of right now. We will be bringing some video shows live when we have some live guests and do live shows. But right now, we're predominantly audio-only. Gives us a little more
I thought this was
relaxed-
final thoughts on LuZo and
Yeah.
Comikaze.
LuZoCast, LuZo Productions. So I just want to mention that.
I had a
And-
sandwich today.
But we will. We
I
will be
had
bringing
some Chinese food at the
We
con.
will be bringing a lateral episode that will be on Tuesday, and then we also have another political LuZo on Wednesday live right before the election, which is the following Tuesday. So be sure to check that out.
Scary
as well.
times.
And then, as always, we have been talking about Stan Lee's LA Comic-Con. We have a lot of videos that will be coming your way on Facebook and YouTube in the coming days and weeks. So be sure to check those out as well. And we will be updating this video with links to all those.
Cool. Sarah?
Yeah, definitely. Something else that we didn't touch on that we will. There's the American University of Health Sciences did a real superheroes campaign that I just thought was really super cool. We talked to one of the co-founders, so we're gonna have a piece on that too. There's just so much stuff, and we're gonna be at Comikaze. Sorry, Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic Con. It's so new, that name. It's like a month old. For all day tomorrow, we're going to try and get as much as we can tomorrow, just more stuff. Keep an eye on our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Look for us. We'll have our shirts on that say LuZo Productions. Look for us. Come talk to us, ask us questions, whatever. We're going to be all over the place.
We'll give you 2
Tweets.
business cards.
We have lots of
Facebook
business
message.
cards. Just ignore the Vine logo.
I know, right? So that's going to do it. Hopefully we've been able to capture some of the creativity that we were able to witness. We hope to bring you some more to really delve into it. But until next time, it's been Krishna, Arjuna, Sarah, Ravi. This has been LuZoCast number 23. Stay tuned for more, and we will see you soon.
And LuZo loves Pokemon.
I think we should close it out with that.
I think we have to.
Is everyone okay
LuZo
with
loves
that?
Pokemon.
Okay.
Pokemon.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Take us out.
Bye.
Hashtag us. Is that a thing?
No.
All
Hashtag,
All right,
hashtag.
we're just closing out now.
I'm about to kick a LuZo Productions jam right here. LuZo loves Pokemon. LuZo loves chasing pain. 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 Hey, we got LuZo doing this, takes a page in a view. Everybody outside gonna get it too. Come on, if you're feeling this game, I'ma rock this game all across. LuZo loves chasing now. LuZo loves chasing pain. LuZo loves Pokemon. LuZo. If you're feeling good out there, everybody come on, mama, get an autograph there. Everybody's walking around Stan Lee. Where's Stan Lee? Anybody see Stan Lee? LuZo loves Pokemon. LuZo loves chasing pain. LuZo loves Pokemon. LuZo.